night?
Nah, Thursday, mush. Close, though. Right, let's see if we can hear ourselves. That always helps.
Kent have asked you to do August.
Who's this?
Carry to Ace.
Oh.
He's mad, innit? We're basically their children at this point.
We're like adopted to the Pipers, aren't we?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shoot Some Shale, powered by D&D Media, in association with Tapes to Flag podcast coming whenever we can be bothered to do it. And welcome to our watch along of the Oxford Cheetahs versus the Plymouth Gladiators, giving its official name, or as I like to call it, Scott Nicholls shithousery. I'm joined by Mr. Dill. How are we doing this evening, sir?
Yeah, not too bad, boss. I'm looking forward to this one. I won't lie to you, I ain't look forward to a meeting like this for a while.
It's mad, innit? It's this is all I thought about while I've been at work today.
You mean you are thinking about that scaffolding stuff?
Absolutely not. If the boys fall through it, that's not my problem.
Shocking. Should we have a quick look at the other meeting we're going to be keeping an eye over tonight between Poole and Workington?
Oh, go on then.
You can start with the Comets lineup, mush.
So, from the Comets that still give me PTSD for the weekend, number 1, Troy Batchelor, Fraser Bowes at 2. It's rider replacement for Tishki at number 3, Jai Etheridge at 4, Anti-Viewlass at 5, Jacob Hook 6, and everybody's favourite, Spinny 1, Spinny Vinnie Ford at number 7.
You got any riders to watch for that team?
I'm just going to go for Vinnie Ford because he's an hero.
I'll go for, I think I'd probably say the same, to be honest. He rode Poole well when he was with him the end of last season, and he's going to want to go back there and prove point, innit?
Massively.
For the Pirates of Poole, number 1, Richard Lawson. Number 2, our cult hero, Tobias Thompson. Louis Kerr at 3, Zach Cook 4, Anders Rowe 5, Paul Stark at 6, and William Cairns at 7. Your Poole man to watch, mush.
Anders Rowe, because he's the only likeable ginger that I know, and he rides Poole very, very well.
I'm going to go for William Cairns again. He started slowly last week. We watched that meeting last week, and he got quicker and much quicker actually as the meeting went on, and he ended on a very respectable paid 8, I think, something silly like that.
I can't remember much. I've seen him since, and he destroyed us after his first 2 rides.
He's got that ability to adapt really well, and I think he'll do well tonight, to be honest. But the meeting we're going to be watching over, the Oxford Cheetahs versus the Plymouth Gladiators. Palmer, I'll let you run us through the Gladiators.
Just saying, meeting sponsored by the local B&B.
Because there is a lot of guests.
So, for the Plymouth Gladiators, team managed by Gary May, who looks like he's put on a few pounds on this angle that we've got the camera on. Number 7, Max Perry. At number 6, Turkey Teeth, Alfie Bortel. Nikolai Clint rides at number 5. Joe Thompson at number 4. At number 3 is Ben Barker making his track return. At number 2 is my friend of yours, Zane Kennedy, another guest. And at number 1, the one we're all here for, the one we hope gets a 21-point maximum to shit all over Peter Shrek, Scotty Nicholls.
Who are you going with to watch?
So I've gone for the boring option today. I've gone for Scott Nicholls because he rides Oxford very, very well.
He does. I've gone for a rider that's going to have the bit between his teeth. Actually, he's only a guest, but I've gone for Zane Kennedy. He looked really good here last time against Scunny, harshly excluded in one race, and I don't think he's going to have forgotten that, to be honest. So I think he'll be out and eager to get one over the Cheetahs tonight. And to be honest, he was at Premiership level on Monday, and he looked very, very good.
Yeah, he did decent for the Brummies, didn't he? He had about 5.
5 plus 2. Paid 7 on his Premiership debut.
What a hero.
For the Cheetahs by name, Travel Lodge by nature, Sam Masters goes at number 1. Jonas Knudsen remembers to turn up for his British Championship commitments on a Wednesday night at number 2. It's changed to the graphic on the screen. It's now rider replacement at number 3 for Mitch McDermott, who was injured in Poland over the weekend doing a practice. Smiley Jason Edwards guests at number 4 for the injured Jordan Jenkins. Cameron Heaps rides at 5. Darryl Richins guests at number 6 for the unavailable Francis Gusts. I swear to God that guy's been unavailable more than he's been here. And Luke Killeen rides at number 7. We've both got the same man to watch, Palmer, so I'll let you explain why it's Darryl Richins.
Yeah, so we've gone for Darryl Richins. Obviously, he rides here for Chargers International League, the proper league. And he was very unfortunate to be released by Poole, especially when they have another underperforming reserve there. So,
who, interestingly enough, is still underperforming to this day.
But he won the Harbour Masters. Does that not mean anything?
No.
In Danny Ford's words.
No.
But I think, I think you think this as well. But if Darryl puts a good performance in tonight, then he puts himself in the shop window for the championship promoters for the rest of the season.
Signing Francis Gusts for Oxford has been an absolute waste of time, and he's done 2, maybe 3 at a push meetings. Waste of time, complete and utter waste of time.
Is that counting the Premiership meetings he did as well?
Not quite, just the Championship.
I mean, it may as well.
It may as well, yeah. No, it's been a waste of time. It's been a waste of everyone's time. But this looks to be a really good meeting tonight. The main attraction, Scotty Nicholls, returning to Oxford in the away pits tonight, and looked really good after a tough couple of races early on at Edinburgh on Friday. Got dialed in, finished with 3, a couple of paid wins and a win, didn't he? So
yeah, he once he got his first couple out of the way and got himself back into the groove, he did absolutely fine. And he has got an interview in Speedway Star this week saying he's only got a couple of seasons left in him.
I don't think that surprises anybody, does it, to be honest?
No, I mean, he's getting on a bit, like, isn't he?
Yeah. I think Barker might have won the toss, but he handed it over. Or Sam, I think he went to Barker first, I don't know. Oxford have chose Gates, but obviously we have to watch on mute, so we'll find out the Gates when they rock up to the tapes. But it's good to see Barker back from a personal point of view, isn't it?
More bloody work for us. I mean, it's absolutely delightful to see Benjamin back in racing. Hopefully he doesn't do too bad.
And hopefully he doesn't do any damage before returning for the Brummies tomorrow at Ipswich.
Plymouth win the toss and they chose Heat 15. So Oxford take 1 and 3 in Heat 1.
Just doing a bit of that writing stuff.
You and me
I
both.
should have guessed that because Sam's having a good old kick around in gate 3. I think Oxford's the only place that introduces the team manager and he stands there and waves to the crowd.
I mean, to be fair, obviously I lead the boys out at Scunny, but we don't have the team managers come on with us. But certain team managers, I wouldn't interview them anyway because they're knobs.
Yeah, I can believe that, to be honest. Winchester tuned in. Scott got 7+3. Same thing, get it, Winchester. Nobody cares about the technicalities. He went unbeaten in his last 3 rides.
Exactly.
We've both said this through the day. I think this is Plymouth's best chance of an away win this season. Oxford are severely weakened, in my opinion.
And to be honest, without sounding too disrespectful to the Plymouth riders that aren't here, Zane's probably an upgrade on Fredrickson.
Can I hold your attention for a second?
You can.
Darryl is guesting wearing one of those stupid overtops that they wear, but he's got an Oxford Chargers Kevlar set, so why not just let him wear his Chargers kit instead of putting a stupid top on that stands out more than the Chargers Kevlars would?
Because
am I
is
being
British
really
speed.
thick or something here? He's got his Chargers Kevies on, but he's got a stupid top over the top of him.
This is British Speedway and nothing makes sense. The worst bit is that top's got Oxford Spires written on the back.
Jesus Christ.
Oxford Speedway never disappoints, does it?
I must admit, I'm a little bit surprised by the Plymouth number 7 guest as well, with Aaron Butcher injured. Obviously, they only had... I thought Darryl was going straight into the back of Heapsy then.
Heapsy's getting deja vu from seeing Zane Kennedy.
I must admit, I'm surprised that they went for Max Perry when you've got a rider that's raced here already numerous times and he's a free agent on the same average in Tom Spencer that could have done it. I know you ain't got the highest opinion of Tom for how easily, in your opinion, he gets off the bike, but I think I'd rather have seen a free agent on the same average come in than somebody that's getting, rides in the National League, National Trophy and Championship with Glasgow as well. Because Butcher's going to be out for a while with a broken hand, so you could have had Spencer in with the view of giving him a short-term deal.
I mean, he's one of them. It's all right us saying that, but we don't know if Plymouth have approached him and offered the deal.
That is true. I don't think he'd have turned it down, to be honest, if he'd have been offered a deal. Although I do know his partner's work routines changed slightly and he's having to watch the kids a bit more, which is why he can't ride for Cradley on the Isle of Wight on Tuesday, so it may have something to do with that. But
so, it's one of them. I mean, it would have been no disrespect to Max Potter, but there was potentially better options that could have been available. Might not have been. Who knows?
It's good to see Barker back though. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago we had a phone call off him and he was absolutely off his nut, just out of surgery on legal antibiotics and all that stuff. Nothing illegal. But he'd just come out of surgery and decided to give us a phone call to tell us to put something on his racing page, and to be fair, 3 weeks later he's back on the bike.
The phone calls, pictures when he's having a urinate in the public bathrooms of the local pub.
He is a boy.
We get it. We get it all from Benjamin, don't we?
It's just our riders. It's got to be me. Obviously used to the Steph stuff. He crashed a bit, and then Ben Barker goes and gets appendicitis and has to have his appendix out, and then Ben Morley goes bouncing on his head down the King's Lynn back straight. I'm a jinx.
You're a jinx.
I'm jinxing the riders we're working for. Ace and Steen have been a bit lucky so far. And Deck. And Connor.
And Deck.
We got riders starting to come out for Heat 1.
Right. Why is Cameron Eves wearing an Oxford Cheetahs race suit with an Oxford Cheetahs race jacket on
I
top.
think that might be last season's Kevlars. They're considerably darker than this year's.
Talking of Deck, is that him on the spanners for his brother this evening?
Might be. He was on the spanners for someone at Leicester Monday, weren't he?
Pico.
Pico, that's the one, yeah, because Zane was at. It's usually the other way around. It's usually it's usually Zane that's off somewhere else and Deck that's at Brum, not riding. But this week Zane was there riding and Deck was off somewhere else.
You'd have thought they'd have just travelled together.
The line-up for heat number 1 of 15 tonight. Then going off gate number 1 in blue for the Cheetahs is Jonas Knudsen. Gate 2 in yellow for the Gladiators, the guest Zane Kennedy, who's done a fair bit of guesting for the Gladiators this season.
That graphic looks bloody horrible.
The Kevlar's in it.
Yeah.
Gate 3 in red, Sam Masters. Gate 4 in white, Scott Nicholls. The riders off 3 and 4 the couple of seasons before this year. They were well known to get 5-1s in 13 and 15 together. Now they're lining up as opposition off gates 3 and 4 in heat 1.
Who would have thought it, eh?
And to be fair, some Oxford fans have gone a bit ape shit about Scotty not going to Oxford, but even Rob Paisley, who's quite die-hard Oxford, has said you wouldn't have fit him in without dismantling the team, and he's got a point.
Yeah, some Oxford fans have gone a little OTT about it.
Yeah.
So let's see what Scotty does in heat 1. The start marshal then walks away, the tapes rise. It's a good gate from the Cheetahs boys there, with Scotty trying to blast himself round the outside there. Jonas Knudsen lifts. We thought there was going to be carnage, but Oxford currently holding a 5-1 heat advantage as it stands in race on. Sam Masters wheeling going down the home straight. He could check out, he could go get himself a Burger King. It's Scotty now starting to put a bit of pressure on Jonas Knudsen. Zane Kennedy at the back at the minute, but Nicholls now going wide. What could he do? Knudsen goes wide to block the run of Nicholls. Now what could Nicholls do? Nicholls tries to go up the inside. Knudsen blocks his line again. Knudsen's riding a very, very smart race here, to be honest. Zane Kennedy's at the back. He's not a million miles off the pace from Scotty, but I just don't think there's going to be any overtaking there as it is. But the big battle still for second and third. Knudsen still just holding Scott Nicholls off at the moment. Nicholls goes a bit wide, and well, Sam Masters has won it. It's going to be a 5-1. That was anticlimactic.
To be fair, Scotty was definitely quicker there, but he was never really going to do any damage off gate 4 in the opener. He was going wide every bend, and there's nothing out there yet. And it does resemble the meeting at Edinburgh on Friday. He'll start slow. I'd imagine he'll come a bit quicker as the meeting goes on. He looked quick then, to be honest, but he's still obviously finding race sharpness as well. Result of heat 1 was a win for the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in blue, Jonas Knudsen, and third in white, Scott Nicholls. 5-1 to Oxford is 5-1 on the night. Did you know that? That's brilliant, isn't it? 5-1 to Oxford, 5-1 on the night.
Oh, amazing.
Shocking.
Amazing news, that.
Not the start Plymouth would have wanted, though.
No.
Scotty doesn't make the worst of starts, but he went straight for the wide line, and you ain't going to get around there. And then Knudsen's ruthless, hard but fair, I think, is that, although he was out of control there when he pulls across Scotty.
Yeah, it's just one of them, innit? Sam gated brilliantly, and that was that. And then Knudsen did well to keep that second place, to be honest.
I don't think Zane does Scotty any favours either, because he's that close to him. He's almost like, if Scotty doesn't do something, then Zane will come on. You know what I mean? It's almost getting into his head that way. I think Zane would have been a little bit better, just holding back a touch. Ebony, who's an absolute legend with the picture she sends us of Barker. It's going to take the Gladiators some time to get going, but I think once they do, it'll be a strong meeting. Well, we've both predicted a Gladiators win, or at least hope for one. Heat 2, Gate 1, White. Turkey Teeth, as you like to call him, Palmer. Alfie Botel, gate 2 in red, the guest for the Cheetahs, Darryl Richings. Gate 3 in yellow, the guest for the Gladiators, Max Perry. And off the outside in blue, Luke Killeen. Interesting looking race, this. And to be honest, you've got to say, it probably, even though Darryl is, average-wise, not up there with Francis Gusts, you've got to say Oxford are favourites in this one.
I think this all depends which Luke Colleen's turned up.
Yeah, it's true. If anyone's going to make that outside gate work this early on, it's him. If there's no outside line, he'll find something.
But Turkey Teeth normally does quite well around Oxford.
Not easy off gate 1 early on, though.
And Max Perry just kind of, exists.
If he can gate, I think he'll be there or thereabouts. Darryl's gating well this year, though. This could be another damaging race.
It could be, as the start marshal walks away. The tape's right. There's a decent gate there from Alfie Bortel there off gate 1. And Darryl Richards now looking to come round the outside there. And not quite worked out. Luke Lane storming underneath. Max Perry and Darryl Richards there, but it's Alfie Bortel that currently has the lead. Now, the two Cheetahs are racing each other now. Darryl's just let Luke Killeen go, and now the bigger battle is at the back with Max Perry and Darryl Richards. Alfie Bortel's there out in front. Max Perry's going really, really wide there, coming off turns 3 and 4. He's not really made up any ground. Luke Killeen has made up ground. No one, Alfie Botel out in front. And Alfie's going to have eyes in the back of his head because Luke Killeen now is going wide. Can he get around the outside there of Alfie Botel? Not quite. Botel blocks the run perfectly. Luke Killeen now looking to come up the inside here. It's not quite working out for him just yet. Killeen just pulls a little bit of a wheelie down the back straight as they come round turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Killeen giving it absolutely everything. Killeen up the inside. I don't think he has.
Lifted it at the wrong time. He spent a lap racing his teammate. I don't know what he was doing there, to be honest. I don't know why he felt the need to try and go through Darryl to get ahead of him. That was a bit of a stupid move from the killer by name, killer by nature. If he can't pass you, he'll go through you.
Basically, yeah.
Idiot. Heat 2, won by the rider in white, Alfie Botel. Second in blue, Luke Killeen. And third in red, Darryl Richings. Points divided 3-all. 8 points to 4 after 2. I think Darryl might have a thing or two to say about that in the pits, to be honest.
Just to clarify, there is no hate against Luke Killeen. He's just a bit crap.
Apart from when he's riding like a dickhead like that.
Like this and every other meeting he's been involved in. Did I just say that out loud?
Call it as we see it. He tried to go straight through Darryl for no actual reason.
Basically.
With teammates like that, who needs opposition?
Well, this is it, you see.
First chance of the meeting to see Ben Barker, see how he gets on. He should be a little bit quicker tonight. He's a couple of appendix lighter.
There is that. Jonas Knudsen taking the rider replacement.
I was just about to say that, but you beat me to it. So we've got a guest and the rider replacement in here for the Travel Lodge. Heat number 3.
What about Premier Inn?
Oh, and them as well. Yeah, they're good too. Gate 1 in blue, Jason Edwards. Gate 2 in white, Ben Barker. Gate 3 in red, the rider replacement, Jonas Knudsen. Gate 4 in yellow, Joe Thompson. Jason's been a busy boy since coming back from his injury.
Better to be busy than not be busy.
Got a point.
And hey, fair play to him. He's getting some use out of them red car Kevies.
He is, yeah. The Brummies ones have probably gone in the bin already.
I'm surprised Nigel hasn't asked for them back, so we can sell them on eBay to flog a bit of money back.
That wouldn't surprise me.
But, boys just doing a little bit of gardening as they do. Start Marshall having a bit of a clapping session there, trying to get the boys to come into order.
At least it's not as warm as it has been. Imagine walking around in that karting suit in the heat that we've had recently.
Oh, it's been horrible, hasn't it, recently? It's nice to... I can't believe I'm saying this. It was nice to have a bit of rain here earlier. Starting after walks away now for 8-3. Tapes rise, away we go. And Cheetahs have made the start there with Jason Edwards leading. Now Ben Barker just storming himself up the inside there. Jonas Knudsen. Now what could Joe Thompson do as Joe's trying to run the same line, but Joe, if anything's just falling behind, so it's currently a 4-2 advantage to the Oxford Bayside. Ben Barker pulling a right wheelie down that back straight, which is pretty cool to see. He's not lost his position or anything like that. So very, very good move from Mr. Barker. There's not a lot going on. I do apologise. Joe Thompson's starting to pick a little bit of speed up now, coming on turns 3 and 4, but it's not quite enough to really make a challenge on Jonas Knudsen, who's there in the third place. Knudsen goes wide now. Joe, can he capitalise? Not quite. It's got to be a free all to the Oxford Cheetahs. Lead opens up a little bit more.
Barker looked good there. He didn't make the gate, but he had some speed about him on the track. Jace made the gate and cleared off, but Barker he had some speed about him. He was pulling all kind of shapes though.
Jason Edwards, universally loved.
He's one of the only riders in British Speedway you'll never hear anybody say a bad word about. Although he did do a lap of honour at Birmingham the other night, and it sounded like a few jeers and a few boos went his way from the Brummies fans. Heat 3 was won by the rider in blue, Jason Edwards. Second in white, Ben Barker, and third in red, the rider replacement, Jonas Knudsen. Another 4-2 to Oxford makes it 12 points to 6 after 3 races. Both the Oxford boys gate there, to be honest.
They did, and that was about it really until
Knudsen
Ben
went
just
to no man's land.
Did you know you could get £50 off per person on a Jet2 holiday? Apparently, no man's land is top of their holiday destinations.
According to Daniel Palmer of D&D Media, Joe recently been taking a couple of races to get going. Nice to see Barker back in the points. That was from Ebony. See, I have noticed that with Joe, to be honest, and it's weird because he's a good gator, but he starts meetings so slow.
It does a bit, doesn't he? But, you know, things will get better for him.
We've got a Chris Harris is there. Heat number 4 then, going off gate 1 in blue. He won first time out. He wasn't. No, he was second first time out. I stand corrected by myself. Luke Killeen, we don't have a rider off 2 yet. Alfie Botel comes in to replace Max Perry off gate 2 in yellow. Gate 3 in red is Cameron Heaps, and off the outside in white, Nikolai Clint, who dropped just the 1 point at Edinburgh the other night. Bit of a different track, but Nikolai did used to ride for Oxford in the Premiership last season, so he has had a spell at this track as a home rider.
He did, didn't he do about 3 meetings and then get dropped?
I bet he spent more time having his Kevlars made than he did as an Oxford Spires rider. And the outside gate, gate 2 or 4 aren't proving very fruitful at the moment. 2 wins off gate 1 and 1 off gate 3. So it's looking a bit bleak for Plymouth again. But to be fair, Nikolai Clint's been very, very good. And now he's dropped to number 5 as well.
If Nikolai can gate, he'll be fine. And obviously, Turkey Teeth could do with making a gate like he did in Heat 2 as well.
I mean, he's got one over Luke Killeen already.
Let's be honest, Cameron Heaps isn't the greatest number 5 in the world, is he? A start marshal and walks away for Heat number 4. Takes fly away we go. Luke Killeen's got there.
He's going to kill him!
He's going to kill him, and that's allowed Alfie Botel to come up the inside there. Nikolai Clint's just gone round the outside now. Clean back round the outside there of Alfie Botel. Cameron Heaps at the back at the current minute. So it's currently the Gladiators on a 4-2, which will bring the Oxford lead down to not quite as many as it is. What the bloody hell is Luke Killeen doing? Is he on a mission to kill himself or something? Does someone want to tell him Samaritans are available to talk to as we go into the next lap now? I think the 2 boys at the back there, Alfie Botel in 3rd and Cameron Heaps in 4th, are just thinking we'll just back off and we'll just stay out of Luke's way just in case anything drastic happens. Nikolai Clint's a million miles out in front. And now Cameron Heaps is starting to put Alfie Bortel under pressure. Bortel towards the outside. Can Cameron Heaps do anything about it as Heaps up to the inside? Done him.
Yeah, he's done him. He's done him on the line. Luke Killeen again doing damage to his teammate there because he went straight off gate 1 and tried to put Cameron Heaps in the first bend fence. He's an absolute danger to himself and everybody else, this kid.
It's a danger to himself and society.
Yeah, I'd say. Heaps. He's got that by about half a
Yeah,
bike.
Heaps has got that.
Yeah, Heaps has got that. I don't think he'll be very happy with Luke Killeen either. He lifted, he went straight, and then he bounced off the fence as well, trying to put himself in hospital. He's just dangerous. I don't even think it's entertaining. I just think he's dangerous. So
he is now.
The result of Heat 4 was a win for the rider in white, Nikolai Clint. Second in blue, Luke Killeen, and third in red, Cameron Heaps. Points divided 3 apiece. 15 points to 9 after 4 races. We'll have a trip over to Poole. I'll do the first 3, and you can do after 7. You can do the second batch. Oh wow! Heat 1 at Poole was won by Fraser Bowes, with Richard Lawson second and Tobias Thompson third. Troy Batchelor can't be arsed tonight, obviously. 3-all. Heat 2 was won by Jacob Hook, with Paul Stark in second and William Cairns in third. That was a 3-all. And Heat 3, Fraser Bowes took the rider replacement for Tate Zishki. That was won by Louis Kerr, with Fraser Bowes second and Jai Etheridge third. Zach Cook at the back for a third successive 3-all. It's 9 points apiece after 3.
This is no disrespect at all to Jai Etheridge, especially because this meeting isn't at Berwick. But imagine getting beat by Jai Etheridge at somewhere that's not Berwick. Imagine.
Don't have to do anymore. That's Zach Cook. He's just experienced it.
Mind you, Zach Cook's been starting meetings quite slowly recently as well, hasn't he?
He has. Ebony said before that race this should go Plymouth's way. It was until the run to the line.
It was until Luke Killeen decided to turn up.
Again,
we've got no weight towards Luke Killeen. He just looks a little bit like my nan.
He's just dangerous. That's all there is to it. He's dangerous.
Well, 100%. He's been with Oxford 3 years now.
He looks quick, but he's dangerous in getting into the positions that he's getting into to look quick. And Oxford aren't putting any water down in this grade. I don't blame them. Track's behaving quite nicely. Ebony says Zach knows Paul. He shouldn't be getting beaten there. You're damn right he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't really, should he?
But then, to be fair, Fraser Bowes shouldn't be winning Heat 1 over Richard Lawson either. Paul just hasn't got that fear factor this year about him.
Not till about Heat 9.
And that's usually because other teams switch off, not because they become good.
I'm looking at you, Scunthorpe. But, right, debate time now.
Ooh.
Because I know we like debates.
The ones that are in Sheffield?
Not quite there.
Josh! That's a blast from the past.
I wonder if he's alright. So,
Mick, the referee. Time. There's enough of baits for you. There's a lot of baits in Speedway. Carry on.
Master. So, obviously we mentioned Zach Cook and he's been at Poole a while. Has it got to a point where Zach Cook's been at Poole that long, he's getting stale?
Poole doesn't seem as strong as they have in recent years. Ebony's got a point there. They used to have a fear factor before they even turned up. Teams were beaten. They don't have that. Possibly it's a bit like Stevie Worrell at Bellevue before we moved to Wolves. It's a bit like Josh Hawty at Scunny. You know, you can outlive your sort of expiration, can't you? And dare I say it, like Scotty did with Oxford, and the move away will do him well.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd also say the same argument goes for Ben Barker and Plymouth at this point.
I mean, this one kills me to say, so I hope he's not listening. Simon at Scunny.
Yeah.
It's like, riders have probably got a little bit too comfortable at certain tracks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you've got two kind of rider, ain't you? You've got one that'll will go and try and find a track they don't like. Ryan Douglas, Leon Flint both came to Wolves. It was a track they didn't particularly like or not their style. Both had a few years there. Both learnt it. And then you've got riders that will just go back to what's comfortable to them and what they know. Like Dan Bewley at Bellevue. Simon Lambert at Scunner.
I could mention a few at Scunny much.
Yeah, that's true. It's the issue when you've got promotions and team managers that are loyal. It's nice because you know job security, but it's also you don't really feel under any pressure to live up to the expectations on you.
No, and I mean, look, I suppose it's one of them. Loyalty works both ways, and I do remember earlier in the season we looked at potential replacements for Sai.
And he's came out and said that himself, any so that's not any breaking news.
And it's again, it's we tried to get international riders. Some of them just don't want to come, so we've had to.
Not without massive signing on fees, like that fella that's gone into Glasgow now. He weren't coming, and then they offered him 10 grand to sign for him, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that. I'm on my way."
Exactly, and it's like why do you want to bankrupt the people that are going to give you a job?
That's it. If you've got enough confidence in yourself, you'll get a decent pay per point deal. If you get double figures, you're going to get a good pay package. So focus more on scoring your double figures and get your money that way, rather than asking for a stupid signing fee or a stupid per point fee.
Exactly, but well, that's killed a bit of time because the tractor's about to go back in the toy box.
If anyone's in the chat, give us your opinions on that one. That's an interesting one. Get you starting a sensible debate.
And well, it just popped in my head, when as soon as I saw Zach Cook there getting a last, it just sparked that thing in my head.
We've had quick update from Poole. Heat 4 was won by Anders Rowe, William Cairns second and Vinnie Ford third. Antiview last finished at the back. A 5-1 to Poole and the deadlock's broken after 4. It's 14 points to 10.
Normal service resumed.
William Cairns and Anders Rowe's been a real shining light this year, and in both leagues, to be honest. He has somewhat tailed off a touch maybe in the Premiership level, but certainly at Poole he's been a shining light.
And Anders is a very, very good kid. And his dad, to be fair, at Scunny last week, both of them come up to me and had a chat, and they're like, last time we saw you, you was on crutches, how are you getting on and all that. And it was just nice just to have that little bit of a chin wag, even if the opposition it's still cool just to have that little bit of a chin wag, and you sort of you've got that respect there from the riders. So if they've had a bit of a crap night, you can give them constructive criticism as well. And
very, very quick one. Nikolai Klint comes in yellow as a tactical substitute in Heat 5 to partner Scott Nicholls in place of Zane Kennedy.
Justice for Zane.
I mean, I can see why they've done it, to be honest. Ebony says Jake Allen has been at Scunny for a while. I remember when he lived in Somerset and was racing for Somerset at Scunny back in the days when 2017-18 maybe, when Somerset were in the top league. Yeah, I remember that. He had a season away at Redcar, didn't he, and he was back again. Heat number... and Luke Killeen comes in to take the rider replacement ride. Nikolai Klint, gate 1 in yellow as the tactical substitute. Gate 2 in red, Luke Killeen as the rider replacement. Gate 3 in white is Scott Nicholls, and gate 4 in blue, Jason Edwards. fair play. It's very rare you'll see a team manager react this quickly. They usually wait a bit, but I don't understand that. If you fall like 10, 12, 14 points down, the points you're going to claw back on the tactical is pointless. You may as well strike while you're only 6 down.
Exactly, and you have to sort of study the program as well. Like this race, theoretically,
based off the gates they're on as well,
should benefit the Gladiators.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know there was Gladiators if you was just looking at the race suits.
No, because there's no logo at all or anything. Is that I don't understand that.
Start Marshall walks away for heat number 5. Tapes fly away we go. It's a good start there from the two Gladiators boys there. Nikolai Clinton holding the inside line. Nicholls going towards the outside line. Now why Jason Edwards gets himself there into third place. What can he do? Edwards goes wide. He goes that wide. He almost ends up in Swindon. Luke Killeen, normality has resumed. He's at the back. But it's currently the Gladiators on a 5-1 heat advantage, which would bring the Oxford lead from 6 points to 2. And these two boys just gated absolutely brilliantly, and it looks like this is this. Luke Killeen looks like he absolutely wants to kill himself. Luke, pal, if you're listening, help is available. Just don't message us because we're not very friendly people. But the Gladiators currently still on a 5-1 there. Scotty showing that he just needed that one race to remember the fastest line round here. Nikolai Clinton makes a bit of a mistake there, but he's got too much of a gap for the Cheetahs to capitalise as they come round turns 3 and 4 for whatever time it is. It's either the penultimate one or the last one.
Scotty's
closed down.
Scotty's packed
but
up.
He's still got the second, so fair play to him.
He'd built up enough of a lead, hadn't he? He ruined my programme, though.
Yeah.
I think he might have got a puncture or something, or was he just shutting off to let Clinty through? I think he's got a puncture.
I think he should. I don't. Who knows?
Ebony again says, I remember when Anders was at reserve at Somerset in 2019. I remember that. I find it crazy now seeing him riding at number 5. Yeah, he's really come along really well, and he as old as Anders. Heat number 5 was a win for the rider in yellow, Nikolai Clint. Second in white, Scott Nicholls, and third in blue, Jason Edwards. 5-1 back to Plymouth this time, and the progressive scores after 5, 16 points to 14. That was all done from the gate.
It was. Don't know what Luke Killeen was doing at the gate there. Did he just want to be inspired by Deck? Because that was the worst gate I think I've seen Luke Killeen made, and we've been watching him around Oxford for what, 3 years, 4 years, forever, too long, some may say. And yeah, but decent ride there from Scotty and Nikolai. Scotty obviously just doing what he needed to do there to keep Nikolai's full maximum intact, and game on again. There will be some extra time allowed for heat number 6 because Nikolai's in this one as well.
Blimey. That was a good ride though from the Plymouth pairing, as expected. Favoured Gates, and that's where my gate statistics one as well. Scotty, you penis. Yeah, I remember when Swindon had Anders Rowe as their mascot, and they gave him an opportunity at reserve, and he was this young kid that had just started to find his way, and he didn't quite have it then, but he's definitely a much better rider nowadays.
Tell you what I can do you one a bit further back than that.
Ooh.
I remember when Anders was the mascot at Rye House, and he had his little race jacket, and it had Pocket Rocket on it. He must have been about 8, if not younger.
You're going back a while.
It just shows how long I've been involved in Speedway. Far too long to even think about remembering.
It'll be an interesting meeting back at Plymouth on Saturday. It will, and that meeting can be watched on BSN. Or just get yourselves down to Plymouth.
I do need to go to Plymouth at some point.
Especially now we're working with Barker. Although, no, now look, next season we'll plan to go and he'll move somewhere else.
Yeah, he'll go back to Glasgow.
Just the mere 7-hour round trip away.
Just 7 hours to get up there, mush. Especially if we're going in my car.
Smart from the Oxford boys here, coming out to do their gardening early, trying to force the referee's hand into putting the 2 minutes on, but the ref will allow extra time for Clint. Smart though, getting the boys out to try and say, look, we're here, put the 2 minutes on. But the referees usually allow a minimum of 2 minutes between the end of a race to the start of the other. Is this a reserve change? Yep, yellow Max Perry comes in for Alfie Botel. That's definitely Max Perry in yellow.
Yeah, that's Maxibus. So obviously Gary May hoping that Nikolai can just get out of the start and bring this one home for the boys.
The lineup of heat number 6, gate 1 in red, Sam Masters, gate 2 in white, Nikolai Clint. That was a quick turnaround. Gate 3 in blue, Jonas Knudsen. Gate 4 in yellow, the reserve switch, Max Perry. Such a tiny track, only takes me an hour 20 to get there. You've been around Scunny's mini track, ain't you? What's bigger, Plymouth's track or Scunny's mini track? It's got to be close.
I think Plymouth's track just edges it a little bit. Start marshal, then getting the boys into order and walking away for heat number 6. The tapes rise away we go. Nikolai Clint, that was an absolutely electric start there. He knew what Gary May asked of him, and now we could have a good race on our hands with Nikolai and Sam Masters there. Nikolai's just got the lead. He's found the speed. He's got the speed from somewhere, and Sam Masters has just got no real comeback to that. To be honest, Jonas Knudsen looks settled in third, and Max Perry, well, his scores in the programme are going to look a little bit like his glasses at the end of this race as we go into the next lap. And Nikolai Clint's that far in front now. He can go round the corner to the Tesco's, do his full weekly shop, and pay with cash, get the change, and he's come back. He's still win it. We've got one lap left to go.
Wow.
It's almost... Well, he is. He's showing old Shrekky in the pits what he's missing out on. Sam pulled that was a very good wheelie there. He wasn't quite a wheelie good one. Not as good as Nikolai's, but yeah, 3-3 it is.
He was so far clear. I think Sam let Blue through.
I think Knudsen got second there, didn't he?
Looked like it, didn't it? Nikolai Clint has just done something very few people do. He showed Sam Masters the way around Oxford. Heat number 6 was won by the rider in white, Nikolai Clint. Second in blue, Jonas Knudsen. And third in red, Sam Masters. Points divided 3 apiece. 19 points to 17, the progressive scores. Alan, evening boys. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but come on the Gladiators. Hope Plymouth beat Oxford. Ebony says, from watching Somerset and Plymouth with Gazza as team manager, my dad can predict what team changes will happen, and he's correct 90% of the time. We got 14 people watching.
Absolutely loved Somerset when it was a thing.
Shame that place is gone.
Always. I mean, I only went for one proper team meeting, the playoff final in 2012. But every year since, we always made a weekend of it, the Cardiff weekend, and we always went to Somerset for the pairs the night before. We knew we was going to be crap, but we just went because it was a good meeting, good laugh with people. And yeah, I'd love nothing more than for Somerset to make a return, but it doesn't look likely.
Had it been built on now?
Half of it has.
Half of it, yeah. It was a really good track, weren't it? Heat 7 at the tapes now. Gate 1 in white, Ben Barker. Gate 2 in red is Cameron Heaps. Gate 3 in yellow, Joe Thompson. And Gate 4 in blue, Darryl Richings. See, why have they not just left him in those Kevlars?
It would have made much more sense, wouldn't it?
Still, although to be fair, that's his face photoshopped onto Jordan Jenkins' Kevlars.
It doesn't look as bad as Zane's Photoshop, does it? Let's be real.
You just don't like seeing Zane in anything other than Scunny suit, do you?
I mean, it didn't even look bad the other night in his own suit with his top on top.
That's true, yeah.
But it just looks weird.
Ebony says, I went to the Oak Tree last night and they've now built a McDonald's on it. Now, I love Mackey's, my gut tells you I love Mackey's, but I'd rather the Oak Tree Arena be there than a McDonald's, to be honest.
But yeah, it is a shame, but it is what it is. As some retired riders say, Josh Hawty, start Marshall walking away for race number 7. And tapes fly away we go. It's a brilliant start there from Cameron Heaps. The 2 Gladiators there in second for Joe Thompson looking to go round the outside of Cameron Heaps there. Joe Thompson. What a ride for Joe Thompson. Now what can Cameron Heaps do? Cameron looking to go back round the outside. Dunham have got about half a mile now between Heapsy and the 2 Gladiators boys there. Richings not a million miles off of pace off the Gladiators here. Ben Barker's going to need to have eyes in the back of his head to keep Darrell Richings behind him. Joe Thompson looks very settled there in second. Richings now getting very, very close to Ben Barker. This is a good race in the making, this. If Darrell can put any more pressure on Ben, and he's doing so, to be honest. One mistake for Ben Barker, and Darrell Richards will be through. Cameron Heaps is a million miles ahead now, to be honest. And, the big race is really for that third place. But Richards there, he's just made a little mistake on that second turn, and I think that's just about gifted Ben the third place overall. Although I don't know, Darrell's going wide. Ben just gets there.
Joe was definitely slowing Barker down there. Joe being in front of him. Barker was trying to protect him, but he was definitely slowing him down. We thought we were in for a bit of an upset at the start of that one then, but Heapsy responded well. I'm looking forward to the meeting between Cameron Heaps and Zane Kennedy, I won't lie.
Heat 11 rush.
There we go. Heat number 7 was won by the rider in red, Cameron Heaps, second in yellow, Joe Thompson, and third in white, Ben Barker, 3-all, 22 points to 20 as we go into another track grade. I think in the Oak Tree Arena clubhouse is now officials for offices for a fuel company. Yeah, it is a shame to see more speedway tracks, you know, the old Cradleys, houses, obviously. Wolves is just standing there. Birmingham's going to be becoming posh apartments, even though there's a massive apartment block over the road that about 2 of the apartments have been rented because they're at extortionate prices. Peterborough would they want to redevelop, although that's being blocked. Coventry's redevelopment got blocked.
To be fair, you mentioned Coventry though. Things are sounding more and more positive about them potentially making a track return in the near future.
Yeah, things you hear is definitely more positive than any other place at the moment. I think if there's going to be another one, maybe Peterborough in the future, but I don't see it any time in the near future, to be honest.
But again, you know, we all love our speedway. That's why we're doing these. But you know, who sort of, unless you're a massive speedway jockey like us that has got millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds, who's gonna put money into a loss-making business at the end of the day?
Wasn't there talk about Swindon coming back? There is on and off. I don't really think it has a lot of substance to it at the moment, though. I think it's more hope than anything.
I think there is more chance of Swindon coming back if Clark Osborne wasn't involved.
Yeah. Just a quick one from Paul Palmer. I know you're doing the next few. Paul have doubled up on the 5 ones.
I'll have a look now.
Remember, Troy Batchelor's just stayed in Workington by the looks of it. Cannot be arsed.
So, heat number 5 at Poole, because we haven't had anything else since then, was a win for Lewis Kerr. Zach Cooks realised what it was like to be beaten by Jai Etheridge and absolutely got B1TCH that one, and got a 5-1 with Lewis Kerr there. Fraser Bowers retired. Batch got a point, 19 points to 11.
There is an update on Heat 6 as well. It's been stopped, and Tobias Thompson has run into the back of Richard Lawson.
Oh, bloody hell. That's not good.
Bit of a silly thing to do, weren't he? There was talk of Somerset a couple of years ago, but it's been quiet since. Yeah, there was a little glimmer of hope for Somerset early on, rather, and it quickly went quiet. There was little glimmerings of Arena Essex as well. I don't think we'll see them back.
I don't think we will now. They've got rid of the little tunnely thing that they
Yeah,
used to have.
yeah, I don't think we'll see them back. I think the ones that are more likely than others, I think we're more likely than not to see Mildenhall and Coventry. I'd say they're the top two.
Yeah, it's one of them. You never know. I mean, if I ever win the lottery, I know I'd be bringing a club back, and it would be a club close to my heart, to be honest. Yeah, I'd probably bring the Newport Wasps back. To be honest, that was one hell of a track, one hell of a club actually.
I know somebody's offered a fair bit of money for Monmore to bring a Premiership club back there, and the owners of Monmore are just sitting on it rather than giving them an answer. So it sounds like Cradley want to come back, but your pal Palmer, Mr. Fan Power, one of Cradley's own, is deciding to oppose everything.
2 minutes.
They've put a statement out saying everything's looking in good nick, apart from the fact one of their own is opposing everything and causing issues for them because the man is an absolute dickhead.
Thing with that certain man is they'll open themselves up at Cradley. Everything will be rosy. He'll complain to the council and they'll get him shut down.
Because he's an idiot.
I mean, that I apologise for the language I'm going to say here. So if you've got kids, cover their ears now. That cunt has tried to get Scunny closed down 5 times in the past 5 years.
He says he's a Speedway fan, but he's a Speedway fan when it suits him, and he loves Cradley, but he's opposing them coming back because they don't want him involved in it. It's just bitter, innit? He used to ride. I think he's had a bump or two too many to the old noggin, and
I mean, if you see some of the pictures on his own personal page, he's definitely had more than 1 or 2 bumps to the noggin.
You've got a point. Mildenhall are doing some meetings this year. They're doing some second half meetings. They're doing one at Ipswich on Thursday because Connor King is involved in it.
And Ryan Ingram, to be honest.
How is Ingram in it as well?
I think Connor's the number 1 for the Ipswich select, and Ryan's the number 1 for the Mildenhall select.
People like that shouldn't be involved in the sport. Oh, we know, but you try telling that to him because he thinks he knows everything about the sport and he's trying to do it good, even though all he does is slag it off. And it's brilliant because he's shit scared of Nigel Tolley. It's fantastic.
Hasn't Nigel Tolley banned him from Birmingham?
He's been banned from more tracks than I can count.
I'll never forget all the crap he gave us at Scunny.
But then he got offered to go down to Scunny and give his thoughts, and lo and behold, he didn't turn up because he ain't got a keyboard to hide behind because he's a pussy.
No, he said he'd only turn up if he had a bulletproof vest on and a GoPro camera to record everything that happened.
Muppet.
Oh, God. So,
when you've got people like that who are trying to help the sport, there's no hope, is there? And then you've got him live streaming on his own personal Facebook trying to get his missus arrested, except the police saw he was an absolute nutcase and arrested him instead. Shame they didn't fucking lock him up when they had him.
Again, we both apologise there. We had used a little bit of foul language, but it was used in very good context because fan power. I wonder if in prison he used to talk into a sponge.
2 minutes with his stupid sponge and his half-cocked ideas.
Oh, I'll never forget that episode of the old podcast we used to be on, and I had my little ball cap on and my little sponge and everything. Oh, that was
even though
that was fun.
Scunny's definitely a track I want to visit in the future. Scunny's really good. It is really good. Much to what some people will say about it, it is really good. We're on with heat number 8, and Gary Mayer swapped his reserves again. Alfred Botel comes in yellow to replace Max Perry off gate 1. Luke Killeen goes off gate 2. Zane Kennedy gate 3. And Jonas Knudsen gate 4. Max Perry is almost certainly the sacrificial lamb tonight, isn't he?
Somebody has to be. and unfortunately, it's Maximus, not the big person that dresses up at Plymouth. The Specky Maximus.
And this is a meeting where Plymouth would have wanted Aaron Butcher because he rides for Oxford in the National League.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. when you watch as much Speedway as what me and you do on a regular basis, you forget these things.
And we're back tomorrow night with another watch along. All being well, we're watching along to Sheffield versus Leicester.
We are.
With updates from Ipswich versus Birmingham from Alan.
Birmingham. Start Marshall then walking away for heat number 8. The tapes right away. We go to decent start there for Jonas Knudsen. That's Alfie Bortel goes right up the inside there of Luke Colleen, but Colleen now looking to come right back around the outside. These boys are going to kill each other. I can't look at this. Saying just like stay safe, please, pal. But yeah. The Oxford boys now, I think they've got this one all but settled now. Jonas Knudsen taking a very rare race win, or at least he's got a very rare lead at the current point of time in this one. Luke Colleen's doing absolutely everything he can to get himself riding on the dog track. Zane's now looking to come up the inside there, but it's not really to any avail. Really, what the bloody hell's he doing, pal? Just like... Stay on, ride your bike, pal. We could do with your services on Friday. Not that we're going to beat Edinburgh. And these two now for the Cheetahs are just going to they're going to bring it home, as some may say.
Zane had speed then, but I thought that was Deck for the moment with that start he made. That was bloody awful.
Like brother. Taking
honest,
inspiration from each other.
Honestly, if I was Gary May, I'd give up with this sacrificing Max Perry, because other than winning E2, Alfie Bertel's been crap as well.
He's not really done a lot, has he?
No, he held up Zane for 2 laps there. Dear oh dear. Heat number 8 was won by the rider in red, Jonas Knudsen. Second in blue, Luke Killeen. And third in white, Zane Kennedy. And just like that, the tacticals opened up again. Obviously, can't use it again, but they're that far behind again now. So, yeah, not ideal for Plymouth.
It depends who goes in as rider replacement in Heat 9. But,
who can take it?
I'm not too sure where Mitch is in the averages.
Well, lie to you, neither am I.
Knudsen's had it, so I think it might just be the reserves.
But to be fair, Killeen looked a little bit more settled in that one.
It was a little bit more settled in that one because he didn't have a great deal as opposition. It might be a little bit different.
Insane there. I don't know what he was doing. Just let the more experienced one go.
To be fair, in British Speedway, I think Alfie probably is more experienced than Zane.
But in the meeting, Zane number 2, Alfie number 6. Let the higher ranked rider go.
Let Zane earn his pocket money for the night.
And after he pulled that locker and he was so far behind, to still be on Killeen's exhaust crossing the finish line as well. There was some speed in that bike of
Tell you
Zane's.
what, that was some breakdancing there from Zane. I hope he can bring the moves on Friday.
Max Perry's been sacrificed to get here. Poor boy.
Do you not think Gary May would have been better putting Max at 6 and Alfie at 7?
That requires brains, though, don't it?
It does a bit, doesn't it? Still waiting to see
that
Luke Colleen in red.
Kylan, there's a thing called a copyright law. We can't show you the racing. But you can buy it from Oxford TV for the mere price of $13.99.
Yeah, we have to watch this on mute. We can't show the racing because, as obviously Dill says, copyright laws. And to be quite frankly honest with you, pal, we ain't got the money to pay the laws.
Which would be a hell of a lot more than $13.99, which the meeting costs from Oxford.
But, if you wait till the end of the season, I'm sure it'll be on YouTube for nothing anyway.
Probably, yeah. The Oxford do it, Plymouth do it, Poole do it.
Scunny should do it, but they won't.
Of course they won't. They'll still charge people for it.
And they'll still charge full price.
And they will still charge full price. Heat number 9, Gate 1 in white, Nikolai Clint. Gate 2 in blue, Jason Edwards. Gate 3 in yellow, reserve switch, Max Perry comes in for Alfie Botel. And Gate 4 in red, Luke Killian comes in as the rider replacement for a second successive ride.
What has Max Perry done wrong to deserve this?
I'd understand if Alfie was scoring massive points, but he's not. He won Heat 2 and he's had 2 last places since.
I mean, do I just put Nikolai's 3 in now?
He's getting off the starts very well, isn't he? And once he's round that first turn, I mean, he's absolutely schooled Sam Masters, so with all due respect to Luke and Jace, you'd expect him to school them here as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And he does seem to now be enjoying his time in the championship as well.
I think he sort of needed it.
He's riding better for Kings Lynn because of it, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. And it's good. It's good to sort of see that the rumours of him leaving wasn't necessarily true at the moment.
Here's one for you, Mush. My phone is on that percentage.
Dillard, you immature man. Grow up. The tapes rise then for heat number 9. As expected, Nikolai Clint absolutely made it. Jason Edwards looking to come up the inside there. Not quite worked out. Nikolai Clint's just stretching his legs. And that's it. That's him away and gone. Luke Killeen is there in the second place position. Jason Edwards is there in third. And Max Perry's trying his heart out, bless him, but it's just not working for him. And yeah, I think this is it. I mean, Nikolai's that far in front, he may as well just pop to Kings Lynn to see what the track's looking like, to see if they can ride on Mondays, make sure it's not too wet. He's that far in front. I think something's gone wrong there with Max Perry at the back, and it's going to be another 3-3 to both teams. Luke Killeen there is riding a very steady race there in second. He doesn't look like he wants to kill anyone, doesn't look like he wants to kill himself. So he's doing a decent job there in second. Nikolai Clint.
No one's stopping him tonight. Nobody's beating him tonight.
Absolutely not.
Nobody will beat him. He'll get a maximum. He's gating, and when he's gating, he's flying out in front.
Massively.
Max Perry was there or thereabouts then. He was right on the back of Jason Edwards. Dare I say he's closer than Alfie Botel has been in the last couple of races. He did pull up at the end, but yeah, the result.
I think he did a massive locker on the second turn.
Okay. Result of Heat 9, Nikolai Clint takes the win in white, second in red, Luke Killeen, and third in blue, Jason Edwards. 3-all, 30 points to 24, progressively. Do you want to have a quick toodle over to Poole and see what's going on, Mush?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Oxford don't have an interval now, because it's looking a bit darker.
Yeah, it does look like it may throw it down with a bit of that wet stuff.
Right. So when I last left you from Poole, it was 19 points to 11. We've had one race since then, which was won by Richard Lawson. Second place in yellow was Jacob Holken. The third in white was Anti-Vulas. Our cult hero Tobias Thompson fell excluded. So that was 3 to the Pirates, 3 to the Comets, making the progressive totals on the night 22 points to 14. I feel like Chris Kamara.
Do ya?
I do a little bit.
Barker's off the very unfavoured gate here, the only one that's only got one win. 2 and 4 have got 2 apiece, 4 has got 1. Full line.
Oh, we've got some breaking news.
Oh, what's that?
Oxford Spires have dropped Craig Cook and have signed Victor Palavara.
But the other week he couldn't commit to doing top league racing, and now he can.
But it's on Oxford Speedway's page, so it's official.
I ain't surprised by that. I was expecting it to have been Mitch McDermott, to be honest. Craig Cook's been a nightmare from start to finish. I expect him to be gone from Berwick soon enough as well.
Hub in Workington 19 and all of that. COVID.
Heat number 10, gate 1, yellow, Joe Thompson. Gate 2 in blue, Jonas Knudsen. Gate 3 in white, Ben Barker. Gate 4 in red, Sam Masters, who will not like the fact he was beaten so comfortably last time out, and we'll be looking to get one back. Ben and Sam just having a little chinwag. It's definitely gone darker, isn't it?
It's a lot darker there now, isn't it?
The only way we can see Ben Barker at the moment is because of his mudguards and back wheel being fluorescent green.
To the start marshal walking away for heat number 10. The tapes fly away. It goes a very good start there from Sam Masters, who gets that first turn first. What could Ben Barker do as he's challenging Jonas Knudsen there in the second place position? Joe Thompson's at the back, but Knudsen goes wide.
Back.
Barker looks up at the inside, and he's worked. He's done him great right there for Ben Barker to get up the up the inside. Sorry, of Jonas Knudsen, and now the race is on. What could Knudsen do? Could he repay the compliment? Joe Thompson starting to close in on Jonas Knudsen now. Knudsen looks back to see where Joe Thompson is. I'm out of breath already. I do apologise. I don't have to do this much talking in one race. Sam Masters, he checked out his way and gone in and got a Tesco's, get himself a Rustler's burger. He's called back, he'd still win it. Ben Barker very, very settled there now in the second place. And to be fair, I think Jonas Knudsen is settled in third place now as the come round turns 3 and 4 at final time. And Samuel takes the checkered flag.
Very good ride from Ben there. He went very wide early on, and if someone's going to go wide, much like Luke Killeen for Oxford, it's going to be Ben Barker for Plymouth. He went very wide on the opening turns. Jonas Knudsen read it and tried to block it down the back straight, so Barker went wide into 3 and 4 as well. Knudsen read it, and Barker just cut back under him. Came steaming up the inside of him, going down the home straight. Brilliant ride from Barker, that, and Sam did as you'd expect. Heat number 10 was won by the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in white, Ben Barker. And third in blue, Jonas Knudsen. 4 to Oxford, 2 to Plymouth. 34 points to 26, and Oxford are just starting to stretch their legs a little bit now.
Yeah, and there was us talking earlier today of a Plymouth win.
Barker makes an awful gate, doesn't he?
Oh, it just wasn't the best gate, was it?
Smart ride from Knudsen here, sees him, just shows in the back wheel to that fence, and he's looking to run him wide here, so Barker very quickly cuts it back. Very smart riding from Barker there.
Question for you.
Oh, okay. Is there a prize at the end of it?
If you get the question right, I'll send you a pen in the post.
Oh, thanks.
Joe Thompson, is he the exact replica of Sam Hagan, and going to Leicester in the Premiership's ruined him?
Possibly. He's still doing, although he ain't really been a massive force around Plymouth this year either, has he? He's had his moments, but he's not like last year. He
started all right this season, didn't he?
Yeah.
But now since he's gone to Leicester, he's just kind of just tailed off a little bit.
Maybe. Heat 11's at the tapes. Cameron Heaps, gate 1 in red. Scott Nicholls, gate 2 in white. Darryl Richards, gate 3 in blue. Zane Kennedy, gate 4 in yellow. Zane struggled a bit more than I think I expected him to be honest.
Probably isn't the worst thing that there's Scott Nicholls and Darryl Richards between Cameron Heaps and Zane. Mind you, the way Zane's been riding this evening, he's probably going to get beat by Darryl.
And to be fair, Darryl's been there or thereabouts. I think he probably had to change his underpants after Heat 2 with that ruthlessness from his teammate. But other than that, he's been relatively there or thereabouts. Number 6 is a difficult position to come into, isn't it?
Been worth more than the paid 2 that he's on so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, Star Marshal about to walk away then for heat number 11. Tapes rise away we go. I think Cameron had a very, very tidy roller there. But Zane Kennedy now trying to come up the inside there, and he's come up the inside there. Darryl Richards, Cameron Heaps has the lead. What can Nicholls do? What can Kennedy do? Kennedy locks up a little bit, and Richards is getting closer to Zane. Zane blocks Richards' run. And Zane's on his bottom.
Oh my God!
Zane's on his bottom, but will he get up, or are the Reds going to come on? The Reds aren't on at the minute. So Zane's obviously, he's up, and now Scotty Nicholls looking to come up the inside here of Cameron Hicks. Cameron Hicks just blocking that line well. Now Nicholls again, he's trying to come up the inside, and Nicholls really could do with going a little bit further wide if he can. He's got one lap left to go, and what can Scotty Nicholls do? Not a lot at the moment. Cameron Hicks is just holding the right line there, and Nicholls now looking to come up the inside. Can he do it on the last bend? No, he can't. Cameron Heaps takes that one.
Good ride by Heapsy, that, to be fair to him.
That was very good. Zane doesn't look too impressed with himself.
He shouldn't be, he's been awful. And Scotty was quicker, 100% Scotty was quicker, but very good ride from Cameron Heaps. Scotty threw everything, including the kitchen sink and the rest of the kitchen, to be honest, at him. Still held on, brilliant ride from Heapsy. Zane's just left his bike, and to be fair, so he should have.
Yeah.
Heat 11 was won by the rider in red Cameron Heaps, second in white Scott Nicholls, and third in blue Darryl Richings. 4 points to 2 in Oxford's favour. That's all but wraps it up. 38 points to 28, as it looks like we're either going into a track grade or an interval. Hopefully it's not the latter, because it looks like it's going to piss it down.
If we've got any sense, it'll just be a quick track grade.
Zane made a great start. Scotty missed it, to be honest. I think you're right, Heaps. He does get a roll. A smart cutback from Zane. But Scotty had the same idea as well, and it all just got a little bit close, didn't it?
Just a tad, didn't it? But yeah, Zane just doing a little pirouette there on the third and fourth turns, and then he just... I don't even know what happened here. He just sort of like... it's an hard one to explain, isn't it? It's almost like he put the brakes on and that was it, which is quite surprising because apparently these bikes don't have brakes, you know.
Thought Scotty had done him there, but Cam had his wits about him. The line is outside at the moment, to be fair.
I mean, Cam and Scotty's ridden more laps around here than anyone. I mean, they've been at Oxford from the start, haven't they? So, you know, fair play to them for having a good race, and I'm sure there'll be an handshake between the two in the...
There was one on the track.
And yeah, oh, that was close, that coming off the fourth bend there.
And Darryl gets another point. Well, I don't even think that was a lucky point. I think he'd have probably done Zane anyway, to be honest.
He'd have got the point anyway, to be fair.
He was definitely closing on Zane, so I don't think that was a lucky point because Zane fell off. I don't think Darryl's done himself any harm in this meeting, to be honest.
Oh my God!
Jeez.
Sorry. A little update for Poole. We've had heat number 7. Heat 7, won by the rider in yellow, Jai Etheridge. I'm just as shocked as you. Second, in white, Jacob Hook.
That was even more shocking considering Anders Rowe was in the bloody race.
And the third, in blue, Paul Stark, because Anders Rowe retired. So that's 1 point to Poole, 5 points to Workington, and the progressive scores on the night. 23 to Poole, 19 to Workington. Paul Stark, Anders Rowe, boys, have a word with yourselves. You're getting beat by Jai Etheridge, man.
And considering that Workington's number 1 has got 1 point, but then you got Jacob Hook, 7 paid 8, Jai Etheridge, 4 paid 5. You know, Fraser Bowes, 5 out of a possible 8. You know, they're picking up the slack. You know, Viewlast 1 and 1. The number 1 and 5 have been awful. Obviously, it's RR at number 3. It's the riders you wouldn't expect that are picking up the slack for Workington. So if they can get their heat leaders firing, all of a sudden, Poole might be in a little bit of bother.
100%. Sheffield, I'm just having a quick look on social media. Sheffield's launched a new competition, Predict the Scores. And if you get the score right, you're ready for this prize. This isn't like 20 quid on the raffle or the nice little revy that you could have got at Workington last week.
It's a carvery.
You could win... No, it's worse.
Oh, no.
You could win a framed signed team photo because everybody wants a signed team photograph. Shall we predict the score anyway, just for our own little thing?
Who have they got? Is that for tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, they're against Leicester. I reckon Leicester win. I don't know the score, but I think Leicester win.
I reckon Leicester win by 10.
Yeah, I could see a 50-40 in Leicester's favour.
I mean, Sheffield looked like world beaters last week, but they was only against Oxford.
It's true.
Let's be honest, that pulling up any trees themselves, are they?
Although they have now signed Victor Palavara, so maybe they will. So Craig Cook's Kevlars for Oxford got a grand total of 1 outing. What a waste of time they were.
Oh, it's like deja vu, isn't it?
It's like his Edinburgh ones from the year before.
I think his Oxford ones last year only had one meeting.
He's gonna after it. Nobody at all is gonna sign him next year. Nobody, because he's too unreliable. Nobody's gonna touch him.
Even the Workington pubs might drop him from the darts team or something.
Nobody's gonna go anywhere near him next year. He's too unreliable. It's a shame because he had a lot of potential about him when he was a bit younger. You know, did the GP stuff. Looked like he may kick on. Never kicked on, did he?
No, I think that COVID break just messed him up a bit, didn't it? And I've got some unfortunate news from Poole.
What's that then?
There's an ambulance on track for Spinny Vinny.
Oh dear.
Which is not the news we really wanted to hear,
especially given he's in your National League team.
Who are in action on Friday as well.
Was he meant to be riding?
For what I understand, he was.
The things this lad will do to get out of riding for Scunny's National League team.
He rode for us at Leicester.
He did.
But that's about it. Oh, he's ridden for us at Sheffield once as well. He's done 2 meetings for us.
I was watching that tractor reverse in, then I thought he was going to clean that pit gate out with that thing on the back of the tractor.
Who knows? Maybe he was.
They haven't put much water down tonight. To be fair, the track's holding up really well.
Track's holding up all right, isn't it? And to be fair, it's not the worst thing. Looking at the sky above, it's a
bit of a funny colour, isn't it?
It's a little like it's not dark. There's a few bright sparks into it, but it's
it looks like
it's a bit grey.
In a bit, but I can't see any medics on the centre green, so maybe they have gone for an interval.
Maybe, or they've just gone for a brew. But she looks very, very slick on the inside.
Yeah, I think that's probably why everyone's taking the outside run. I can't blame them, to be honest.
It looks a decent bit of dirt on the outside.
It's performing really well. The scores have come back on. Maybe we're going to carry on.
Maybe so.
We're trying to weigh up the options as to whether we go for a little minute or two ourselves or not, but the track team are walking back.
We've still got 8 people watching us.
Get in the comments, give us your thoughts, give us your feedback.
We don't bite unless you have cake or white Maltesers.
Because you've had a bag of them now, ain't you? I've still got a bag in the fridge that I ain't touched yet. But
I've had 3 bags.
Oh, were they what you had today as well?
I had a bag of normal Maltesers and a bag of white Maltesers.
I'm glad they've brought the white ones back. I just hope they're here to stay now.
It doesn't say limited edition on the packaging, so we could be alright.
Saw the new Mackey's menu as well.
Oh, with the Jaffa Cake flurry.
Oh, get in my belly. That's going to be bloody beautiful.
We do apologise for this Shoot Some Shale stream turning into Saturday morning kitchen, but we're both large chaps and we like food.
The chicken Big Mac's back as well, but I can take or leave that. Bring the grand Big Mac back. We all want the big one back.
Vinny's walked back to the pits.
What a boy, and we've got bikes out on track, so no real interval here. That's probably a blessing, to be honest.
Jace takes a rider replacement in red.
Rob Gaffney, I've got cake, so I'm keeping quiet.
Rob Gaffney, what a boy.
To be fair, hang on, have I got any cake? I've got little donuts in the fridge. They're chocolate donuts, so I had to put them in the fridge, otherwise the chocolate ends up running like things you don't want running.
Oh, is it like a
Them
chocolate, like
mini
iced
chocolate
ones?
iced, yeah, the little mini ones from
Oh,
Asda's.
they're the best donuts you could get, you know.
I ain't usually a fan of chocolate donuts. They're bloody beautiful.
They're very nice. And 10 out of 10 for your choice there, sir. Rider's getting pushed off now for heat number 12.
Rob says Mackie D's burgers are made in Scunny, you know. That might have just
They
put
are.
me off.
They're,
That might have just put me off.
They're made at a place called TSI, which, to be fair, isn't a million miles away from the track.
We've got riders on track for heat number 12. Barker's probably off the bit, although there's just been a track grade. That'll probably have a little bit to say here. Always on the outside of killing. Oh God, pray to every god you've ever heard of, Barker. Gate 1 in red, the rider replacement, Jason Edwards. Gate 2, white, Alfie Botel. Gate 3, blue, Luke Killeen. Gate 4, white, Ben Barker. I better do his result graphic after this. It's OSI, Rob says.
OSI. Sorry. I knew it was something SI.
You just had a random guess at the letter T.
Yeah, that's the one. Same thing though, innit?
You got 2/3 of the letters right. That ain't bad, I suppose.
Exactly. That would pass a maths exam. So back onto the speedy way. I say this every time we watch Oxford, but I can never unsee it. This start marshal looks like the Fat Controller from Thomas the Tank Engine from years ago when
I was going to
Tank
say
Engine was worth watching.
They've ruined Thomas the Tank now, haven't they? I love
They've
this.
ruined Bob the Builder.
Barker pulls forward, everyone else pulls forward, Barker pulls back.
What a boy. So, Star Marshal walks away for heat number 12. The tapes rise away. We go. It's a decent start for Alfie Botel there, but Jason Edwards gets to that first turn first. Barker looking to go right around the outside there. Can he do it? Jason Edwards just flying nicely. The two Plymouth Gladiators there in second and third. Luke Killeen looking to do some damage to the Gladiators, and he's got round Alfie Botel. Now, what can Luke Killeen do against Ben Barker? Botel looking to come round the outside there. Barker's got Jason Edwards in his sights as they go down the back straight, and Barker's going wide. Luke Killeen pinging it to the inside. Luke Killeen's now closer to Ben Barker than what Ben Barker is to Jason Edwards. Barker's going wide. He's got his legs trailing. It's getting very, very close between the three at the front. And Jason Edwards has got to have eyes in the back of his helmet. Alfie Botel's just sort of like chilling at the back watching what's going on. We've got one lap left to go. Jason Edwards is riding a very, very good defensive ride here, and he's going to take the 3 points barring any form of mechanical failures or little slidey offs. And yeah, just like that, it's a 4-2. It opens the gap to 12 points.
Good ride there from Jace. Smart ride, because both Plymouth boys had gated really well. Alfie Botel runs a third last place since that Heat 2 win. Just leave Max Perry in his last ride. Come on now, Gaza, be sensible. Good ride from Jace though. Barker had some speed about him, but Jace was riding the right line. And the result of 12 was won by the rider in red, Jason Edwards. Second in white, Ben Barker, and third in blue, Luke Killeen. 4-2 to Oxford. As you say, 12-point gap now, 42 points to 30. Plymouth have been very underwhelming.
They have. We was bigging this meeting up to each other over the course of today.
Yeah, Zane's been crap, Joe's been crap, and the two reserves have been. It's been a three-man Plymouth team, to be honest.
I'm going to say Plymouth are just like a Transpennine Express train, aren't they? They're just carrying a few too many passengers.
Yeah, just the 1, 3 and 5 have turned up. Barker ain't won a race, but he's been consistent with 7 paid 8. Scotty 5 paid 6, but has just not gating at the minute, and Clint is still unbeaten. So they are a 3-man team at the minute, and you're not going to win anything against this Oxford team with a 3-man team.
No, even if Oxford has got more guests than a Premier Inn and Travelodge combined.
That's the thing, innit, with guests, you never know what you're going to get. They're either going to be really crap, or they can turn out to be really good and shock you.
Question here is, can Sam Masters get one back over his old master?
And to be fair, Clint's off the unfavoured gate, gate 3. Gate 1 in white, Scotty Nicholls. Gate 2 in red, Sam Masters. Gate 3 in yellow, Nikolai Clint. And off the outside in blue, Cameron Hoops. I think this is going to be a very good race.
It's got the makings of a classic, but I said this about Workington versus Scuddy last week, and that was an absolute crap show.
You've got to put, yeah, but that was mostly because of the visiting team, that it was an SH1T show.
Yeah, you've got a point.
They just didn't turn up, did they? Now, barring 2 of the 3 riders that have turned up for Plymouth are in this race, so...
But they have. And to be honest, if I would have ridden, I'd probably favour Plymouth here, and that's bold saying that. Watching a meeting at Oxford with Sam Masters in it.
And Cameron Hoops, who's done as many laps around here as anybody, so... Be interesting.
100%.
Will Sam get one back over Clinty? Will Clinty keep his max? To be fair, if he gates, no one will stop him.
Nobody's touching Nikolai today.
If he
Nobody.
Gates, if he misses it, I'll be interested to see if he can pass, because there ain't really anything down on the inside gate. On the inside
There
of the
isn't.
track even. So it's everyone going for the same line. Let's find out, shall we?
Oh, go on then, I'll talk us through it. The start, Marshall Watts away for heat number 13, takes Fries away we go. Scotty's made the start there, and Sam there just getting there with him. Scotty fought. Oh, that Scott straight away put his hand up. I need to say that was my fault.
Be interested to see a replay of that.
That was on the second bend, so for me, Scotty goes
going
for that.
I'll wait and see. Scotty thinks he's caused that, but I'll wait and see the replay before making a judgment.
It wasn't intentional or anything. Scott wouldn't do anything intentional like that, but
I definitely want to see the replay of that.
But yeah, I think Scott was at fault, and I'd hope that Scott would just go up to Sam and just apologise. I think.
Yeah, he is.
Is he doing that?
Yeah, there's an handshake. They're having a laugh.
Yeah, but it's all good fun and back to normal. You don't get this in any other sport, do you?
That was a very tight first bend, but they did get down on 2. Let's have a look at this replay.
Yeah, I think
I don't think Scott's done anything wrong. No, I don't think Scott's done anything wrong there, to be honest. He was in front, he was on his line. I don't think Scott's done anything wrong, but I'll be honest. There's no contact between them. I don't think Scott's done anything wrong there. I think Sam goes for that.
I mean, Sam's leaving the track.
I think Sam goes for that. Sam's been excluded, I think.
I'm gonna say Sam's bike's still on the track, but Sam has left the racing circuit. Sam's taken his helmet off.
Sam's there. I think that's the right decision. I don't think Scott's done anything wrong. Scott was in front and there's no contact. I think that's the right decision.
Looking at that, Sam's gone.
He has, yeah. Sam's been excluded, and I think that's correct. There's no contact. Scotty does come across the line, but Scott's way in front. It's his line to take. He puts his hand out to apologise, but I don't think he did anything. I think the ref's got it right.
Please never say that about Grable to ever again.
I don't think he's a bad ref. He's certainly a nice bloke. He was at Brum the other week, and he was really chatty. Nice fella.
It's a lot better than what he used to be.
I have to say, he's got that bang on for me. And the fact that Sam ain't kicked up a stink, he's kind of accepted it. That was always a 50-50, but I think he's got it spot on. Like you said,
And
there was
now,
no malice in it or anything like that, but it was definitely Scott's line to take.
yeah, just one of them, wasn't it? Sam was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He ain't going to get one back over Clinty this time. It's all on Cameron Heaps now. And to be fair, Clint gave him the good heave-ho in the first turn that time, so the rerun of Heat 13, Scott Nicholls, Gate 1 in white, no rider off Gate 2 with Sam Masters disqualified, Gate 3 in yellow, Nikolai Clint, and off the outside in blue, Cameron Heaps. Cameron Heaps, the lone cheater now. To be fair though, with the line where it is, if anyone can make it work, it's him.
100%. It's, I wouldn't just write the 5-1 into Plymouth just yet.
No. You know, Scotty's been photoshopped onto Nikolai Clint in Joe Thompson's Kevlar.
Oh,
I love it. I love that.
Brilliant. Sort of.
We'd never take the piss out of these photoshops because Andy Haig does them, and he's an absolutely top-notch fella.
Great bloke is Andy Haig, so if you watch this back, pal, cheers for all your hard work you do on these streams that allow us to do what we do.
What we do.
What he said, yeah.
Now, whether it's good or not is a different matter, but we do it.
So, start match walks away for Heat 13, tapes rise, away we go. Cheetahs have made Gladiators have made it, sorry. And Nikolai Clint's there, so is Scott Nicholls. Now what can Cameron Heaps do? He's at the back. Clint leads, as he has done 4 times before this evening. And now Scott Nicholls has got a race on against Cameron Heaps again. Can Scotty get one over Cameron Heaps? As Cameron Heaps got one over Scotty last time they raced in this meeting. It's a 5-1 at the moment to the Gladiators. Don't count out Cameron Heaps. If anyone's going to turn this into a 4-2 to Plymouth, it's going to be Cameron Heaps. Nikolai Clint's checked out away and gone. Nobody's catching Nikolai Clint here, and to be honest, Scott Nicholls has got enough of a gap over Cameron Heaps now to just ride his own race. So, barring any form of slips, trips, falls, or mechanical failures, it's going to be that 5-1 to Plymouth. I'm going to start writing it in now, to be honest.
I did it 2 laps ago, Bush. Go on, keep up. That was all done from the start, weren't it? It was always going to favour the Gladiators off the inside. Cameron Heaps had a task on to go around the outside of 1 and 2, and Nikolai Clint gave him very little room to do so, and he cleared off. He was way clear. If he's in 15, he wins that all day of the week, and Plymouth obviously get gate choice in that as well, and there is a clear gate as well. But with another 2 of those, Plymouth can take a draw from this. Heat 13 was won by the rider in yellow, Nikolai Clint, second in white, Scott Nicholls, and third in blue, Cameron Heaps. 1 point to Oxford, 5 to Plymouth, 43 points to 35. Anything other than a Plymouth 5-1 in 14 though, and it's game over, and I've got to say, with all due respect to Joe Thompson, Jason Edwards is in there, and probably Luke Killeen, although I think Darrell's done enough to earn his race, I'll be honest. But I'd expect it to probably be Luke Killeen.
If I'm Peter Shrek, I keep Dowell in here and you Colleen in 15.
Maybe, yeah, possibly.
Well, we've got a little bit of a moment. Heat number 8 from Poole. Vinnie Ford was being checked over by the medics, so was replaced by Jacob Hook. It was a win for the rider in white, Fraser Bowles. Second in blue was William Cairns, and the third in yellow, Jacob Hook. Tobias Thompson fell excluded.
2 seconds, Luke Killeen comes in blue. I think that's harsh.
That's a bit harsh on Darrell.
And Alfie Botel is in yellow.
2 to Poole, 4 to Workington, 25 to 23 after 8. Elite chocolate, that. So Luke Killeen in blue. Turkey teeth in yellow.
The lineup of heat number 14, gate 1 in blue, reserve switch, Luke Killeen, gate 2 in whitish, Joe Thompson, gate 3 in red, Jason Edwards, and gate 4 in yellow, Alfie Botel. Now, Plymouth need a 5-1. There's absolutely no chance on this planet they get a 5-1 in this race.
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely, innit?
I'd say it's impossible. There's no way on this planet they get a 5-1 here.
No, I have to say, I think you're right. Just as Justin Bieber once said, "Never say never."
What tune?
So I'm gonna say it now. Never. There. Take that, Justin.
Oh, you've hurt his feelings.
How very dare I? I'm sure his multi-million pounds in his bank won't matter to him. So the start march walks away for heat number 14. The tapes rise. Away we go. It's a very good start there for Alfie Botel. No, it's not. It's Joe Thompson that hits the first turn first, but it is the two Cheetahs in second and third. Now, what could Alfie Botel do? Botel on the inside there of Jason Edwards, and Jason Edwards going to the back. Now, what could Alfie Botel do? He's got Luke Colleen in his sights, but Luke Colleen's got Joe Thompson in his sights. Colleen now looking to come up the inside there of Joe Thompson. Thompson holding beautifully at the minute. But what Joe goes wide. What could Colleen do? It's very, very close. This between the top two. And Joe's out there winning. But Luke Colleen's got the speed up the inside there, and he's done Joe there. Good ride there from Luke Colleen. No, what could Joe's back up the inside there as well. We've got one lap left to go. And Alfie Botel's not a million miles off Luke Colleen here either. One mistake from Colleen, and Botel will be through. But as we come round into the final two turns now, it's so close, but it's not quite the cigar for the Gladiators. Whew, I'm out of breath again.
That was a good race. Alfie gave Jace a good heave-ho. That was his race done. Luke Colleen did everything he bloody could to screw that up, but he managed to hold on. Fair play to him. And that 2 points wraps up the win on the night for Oxford. Win for the rider in white, Joe Thompson. Second in blue, Luke Colleen. Third in yellow, Alfie Botel. I mean, halfway through that race, I thought never in a million years was going to come true. But Luke Colleen, yeah, he had a lot of speed about him. Good gate. It was a pretty even gate across the board, actually, then.
And Joe rode a very solid race for the first two and a bit laps.
Though, did he?
He didn't. That was a beautiful move there from Alfie, though, on the back straight.
I thought he was going to do it both. He nearly had Luke. He absolutely dealt with Jace.
And then I think he just sort of just bounced off the fence, and that just sort of killed any momentum that he had. And this ride here from, was it this lap? No, it must have been next lap on the back straight from Colleen. That was, some may say, poetry in motion. But a little mistake on the fourth bend. That screwed up Luke Colleen's chances.
Here he does him, yeah. He was been fast all night. He's got to have a new engine in that bog, something. He was been rapid. But then, here we held that. I thought he was coming off. And fair play, he's held that.
100%. Well, we've got a minute. We've got another update from Poole. We've had heat number 9. Normal service is resumed again now, as Lewis Kerr took the win. Second was Zach Cook, and third was Anti-Viewlash, Jacob Hook, collecting a 0 in that one. 5 points to 1, 30 points to 24.
Well, we've got a minute. Do you want to run through the people we're working with and all of that good stuff?
Just a quick one as well. Just if anybody's interested in the lineups for the Isle of Wight thing for Cradley, they've got one space left to be confirmed. But other than that, they've got Nathan Hargrave, Dan O'Verge, Charlie Wood, Tom Spencer, and everybody's favourite, Park Marker. Or Mark Parker, as is known to his pals. Well, hold on, they now need 2 replacements because Tom Spencer's joined Connor Coles in the unavailable stakes. And they're really struggling.
I know, that was why I put the message in the team chat with the Piper boys.
Oh, sorry, I've only just seen it because Callum's just sent it in the big group chat, but I don't see Andy Hawthorne's thing because I think he's a bit of a knobhead.
Andy Hawthorne put that in about 3 hours ago. That was why I messaged the Piper boys about it.
That makes sense now. Dan, stop being a super assertica.
Well, we've got a minute talking to the Piper boys. Lead us away, Palmer.
So we are absolutely delighted to be working with some top people in the world of Speedway. Ace Piper, Steam Piper, top boys. Declan Kennedy, Ben Barker, who we're seeing in action here tonight, Simon Lambert, Jake Allen, Scunny, Connor King,
Ben Morley.
And Ben Morley. I think that's about it.
That's all of them.
And if you know of any riders looking for social media people for next season, drop us a message at D&D Media on Facebook, or we have an email which I believe is dndmediaspeedway@gmail.com.
Or a website which needs updating, which is dndmediadesigns.weebly.com. We're back tomorrow.
We are back tomorrow.
With Sheffield versus Leicester. Do you want to quickly run us through them lineups while we've got a minute? I know we'll cover them again tomorrow, but just so people know who they can.
Just so people know who we're watching. 2 seconds. I'll get the graphic up on my mobile device now. When it loads. Here we go. So riding for the Tigers, Jack Alder rides at number 1, Anders Rowe at 2, Josh Pickering 3, Lewis Kerr at 4, Chris Alder at 5, Justin Sedgman at number 6, Leon Flint at number 7. For the Lions, Max Schrick at 1, Richard Lawson guests at number 2, Ryan Douglas at 3, Kyle Howarth at 4, Sam Masters again at number 5, Drew Kemp at 6, Joe Thompson again at number 7.
We've got our riders for 8:15 here. Sam Masters goes in red, Cameron Heaps goes in blue, Scott Nicholls goes in white, and Nikolai Clint goes in yellow.
Just copy 813 and in it.
I imagine we may end up seeing the same gates as well.
Yeah, Plymouth got a choice, don't they?
Plymouth have took 1 and 3. It's the same riders off the same gates as Heat 13. Scotty Nicholls gate 1 in white, Sam Masters gate 2 in red. It will be Nikolai Clint gate 3 in yellow and Cameron Heaps gate 4 in blue. I could have maybe made an argument for Jonas Knudsen in this, you know.
I think the only thing that's maybe stopped them putting Jonas in is he hasn't been out since before the interval.
I just, the meeting's won, although you want the aggregate points for Friday, for Saturday, don't you?
It's Saturday, and Plymouth are normally all right on their own track.
Yeah, it's true.
So 103 to Plymouth. As you can hear, we get all the important details in on the homemade scorecard. Well, we aren't going to a Super 8 unless Plymouth somehow get a 6-0, which isn't going to happen.
It's not. But round 2 of Sam Masters v Scotty Nicholls. Can Nikolai Clint keep that maximum going? Cameron Heaps has broke down, and I bet his time was very near to expiring as well. He's going to have a few seconds to get back up. Start Marshall is calling him up whilst frantically looking. He makes it back. Palmer for the last time tonight, son. Take us
Nikolai Clint's not happy with something.
He's too close to his box, maybe. Sam's shaking his head. Has he been excluded? Has he not made it? I mean, to the letter of the law, if he's not made it back to the tapes in time, then that's absolutely the right decision. He's well within his right to say it. Sam's shaking his head. To the letter of the law, you've got to be at the tapes and ready to go by the time the clock hits 0. Now,
that Marshall pointed at the clock.
Yeah, I think he's.
We can't see the clock.
I think he's missed the 2 minutes. And the 2 minutes have been put straight back on. Fair play, Nikolai Clinton's well within his right to point that out. If he weren't there, he weren't there. I can't help breaking down, but he weren't there. It's as simple as that. He was at the tapes when the 2 minutes expired, and he'll be excluded for it. But Luke Killeen's done. He's had 7 rides, so you either put Heapsy 15 metres back, or you put Darryl Richings in. I think you just put Heapsy 15 metres back. See what he can do.
Just put Heapsy off 15. It just makes a bit more sense, doesn't it?
But may not be popular. But Nikolai Clint's only abiding by. Sam can shake his head. Nikolai Clint's abiding by the rules.
he's only trying to enforce a rule book that doesn't get enforced often enough, doesn't he? So it's not like he's doing out wrong.
I imagine Sam wouldn't be shaking his head, and he'd probably be doing the same thing if it was Scotty or Nikolai that had rolled up at the tapes a second or two late. Cameron Eaves is coming
Exactly.
out. Looks like Darryl's going to come in. No, it can't be Darryl. It's got to be Darryl.
Got to be Darryl. Can't be Colleen. He's had
He's had 7
rides.
rides, yeah.
Oh, what is Shrekky playing at?
He's just going to go
To be
with
fair,
3 riders over.
Heaps has still got his helmet on the track.
Are they changing? But what's going on here?
Maybe Heaps is leaving the track now.
Has he been warned already, maybe?
I don't think he has. He hasn't.
Darryl's... Jonas Knudson's getting his helmet on. You can't bring a...
Oh my God.
For a 2-minute exclusion, I don't think you can bring in another rider. It's got to be a
I don't
reserve.
think you can.
If the rider has fell and can't take his place, you can bring in another main body rider. I don't think you can bring in a main body rider for a 2 minutes exclusion.
I'm pretty sure you can't. Absolute scenes at Oxford. Nobody knows what's happening.
Sam Masters are now looking at the clock. Nicola Clint's not going to be very popular with the Oxford fans, but if he's got his 18 points in the bag, he ain't going to give a shit, is he?
I
think it can only be a reserve. That's no punishment if you can bring in another main body rider. Riders have been sent back. No, I don't think they know what's going on. I don't think anyone knows what day of the week it is. Sam's going back.
Tuesday.
It's Wednesday, mush.
Oh.
Thursday tomorrow, Tuesday yesterday.
It's Friday, I'm in love. I'm not in love, don't worry. Not going down that road again.
I think it can only be a reserve. The riders have been sent back to the pits.
Oh.
The meeting's won in Oxford's favour. I don't understand what the point
is. Just give Plymouth a 5-0.
I don't understand what the point of this is.
Let me see if there's anything on the update site.
Sam's coming back. Clint is going. Scotty's sat there. Start marshal. Yeah, they're putting 15-metre line out. They've been told. Yeah, I don't know why on earth Peter Schreck thought that Jonas Knudsen could replace him. I don't know what this bloke's on.
Both Clint and Heaps are going off 15 metres.
What's Clint for pulling back?
Delaying the start.
But he was pointing out that Heaps wasn't there.
Comments said Plymouth take 1 and 3. Heaps and Clint both excluded as not ready. Heaps had bike issues and Clint backed off. Clint excluded for delaying the start. Clint not leaving at the moment. Both going off 15 metres.
But Heaps wasn't there, so I take back everything I said about Graham Hunter. He's fucking useless.
Well, if Nikolai's going to get his maximum, he's going to have to work for it.
The referee should have been on it with Heaps to start with, let alone Clint having to tell... Oh, God.
So here we go for E15. Scott Nicholls has gated. Now what can Sam Masters do? As Masters looks to come right round the outside here. And Scott Nicholls has got a decent gap now over Sam Masters. Nikolai Clint's now starting to close in on Sam Masters. Clint, he wants his 18-point maximum, and at the minute he ain't going to get it unless he twists that throttly thing that makes his bicycle go fast. Scotty Nicholls is out there in front. Sam Masters is there. Sam Masters is looking down at his machine.
He's packing up.
Sam Masters about to break down. Is this going to give Plymouth a massive 5-1 in 8:15? Sam Masters is doing... Oh, he's got going... Oh. We had hope for a minute, but... We've got 1 lap left to go then. Nikolai Clint's starting to break down now as well. And I think Cameron Heaps has already bit the bullet. Oh, everything's happening in E15 here. Scott Nicholls has got the lead. Sam Masters is going really wide there and Clint can't capitalise it. It's a 4-2 to the Gladiators there.
I don't think Clint did it. I'd be fuming if I was Clint. He didn't do anything wrong there. No handshakes between Sam and Nikolai though. Handshakes between Scotty and Sam.
No.
I can't see how Clint can be disqualified for enforcing a rule. The referee should have been on that anyway without Clint having to pull back to tell him.
British Speedway, innit?
And we wonder why British Speedway refs don't get international opportunities. It's because they're crap.
Christina Turnbull.
Is there any decent refs? Durno ain't too bad when he wants to be. The result of 15 was a win for the rider in white, Scott Nicholls, second in red, Sam Masters, and third in yellow, Nicola Clint. 2 points to Oxford, 4 to Plymouth. The final score, 47 points to Oxford, 43 to Plymouth. I'm going to say it now, Plymouth will turn that round at home.
I hope so.
They will. They'll turn that around.
But yeah, that was an entertaining meeting.
Bit dramatic at the end, wasn't it? But
just a tad.
I also think Nicola Clint may have been moving before the tapes went up from 15 as well. But we'll leave that.
That bit's irrelevant. And if we're talking on the subjects of crap refs, at least we didn't have Waters.
You've got to put I thought Sam was done there.
So did I.
Do you want to run us through the injured scorers?
Go on then. So for the Cheetahs, then Sam Masters scored 9 and 1. Jonas Knudsen 9 and 1. It was rider replacement for Mitch the Mermaid at 3. Jason Edwards scored 8 plus 1. Cameron Eaps 8 plus 1. Darryl Richings 2 plus 1. Luke Killeen 11 plus 1. For the Gladiators, Scott Nicholls scored 10 and 2. Zane Kennedy scored 1, Ben Barker 7 and 1, Joe Thompson 5, Nikolai Clint 16, Alfie Botel 4, Max Perry failed to score.
Quick update from Poole. Was the last one you did Heat 9?
Yes.
Heat number 10, Antivulas took the rider replacement, which was won by Richard Lawson in red, Joy Etheridge second and Antivulas third for a shared heat. And heat number 11 was won again on the night by Fraser Bowes. Second in red was Anders Rowe and third in white Troy Batchelor for another 4-2 back to Workington, and it's now 35 points to 31. Joy Etheridge takes the rider replacement in 12. We're not going to get to finish that meeting. We're done for the evening.
Joy Etheridge for Poole 2026.
It's going well, isn't it?
Who'd have thought?
Fraser Bowes will be at Poole next year. Workington will do well. 12 on to him.
So I'll wrap us up then for the evening. I've been Dan. He's been Dylan. That was Oxford versus Plymouth. We're back tomorrow. We'll be live for about 7:20, I'd have thought, for Sheffield versus Leicester. So if you can join us, we'd be appreciative of your company for the evening. If you can't, thank you very, very much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. Have a pleasant evening.